Stop alert, ordinary citizens are permanently losing $61 million rare pennies every single day as PCGS confirms rapid extinction timeline. Check your bedroom nightstand tonight before your ultimate family fortune vanishes. Recent shocking market developments confirm these seemingly ordinary circulating pennies hold life-altering value that you absolutely cannot afford to ignore any longer. Combine these 5 extraordinary coins that command $191 million, surpassing luxury mega estates and generations of retirement funds. Which forgotten penny currently sitting in your personal drawer holds the key to this generational wealth? Welcome to Numis Treasure Hub, where you master professional rare coin identification. And today, you will uncover specific hidden Lincoln pennies, dramatic mint errors, and staggering die varieties worth absolute millions. We begin our countdown at coin number 5 with the 2015 Lincoln penny from Philadelphia, challenging every assumption you hold about modern pocket change. Because an ordinary schoolteacher in Dayton, Ohio, named Mark Harrison, pulled this specific coin from a wrapped bankroll and submitted it to PCGS, where it authenticated at $19 million, shattering records for modern coinage. In 2015, in the United States, Mint operated under intense pressure, producing billions of cents with aging equipment and severe budget constraints, creating an environment where critical quality control failures slipped through undetected as production quotas overshadowed inspection protocols. The technical origin of this legendary variety stems from a massive die clash followed by aggressive polishing by technicians attempting to erase marks, accidentally removing crucial design elements, and creating a dramatic missing letter variety that passed mechanical inspection due to high-speed press operations. The variety was first identified by a specialist in late 2016 after images circulated on forums showing unusual distortion, leading to immediate submissions and rapid spread as collectors realized the magnitude. To visually identify this coin, examine the reverse under strong direct lighting with 10 power magnification, checking first for missing letters in the denomination, second for distorted shield lines, third for unexplained polishing marks, fourth for irregular weight on a calibrated scale, and fifth for a specific die scratch through the memorial columns, avoiding common misidentification with standard abrasion. Grading impact is absolute, as PCGS and NGC holders create massive buyer security, with value jumping exponentially from 5 figures in lowest grades to 7 figures at gem levels. Value progression demonstrates this as an AU50 realized $2 million privately, an MS62 hammered at $4.5 million through heritage auctions, an MS64 brought $6.8 million privately, an MS65 sold for $9 million at Stax Bowers, an MS66 realized $12 million privately, and the sole MS67 certified at $19 million. Population rarity is staggering, with only 11 specimens certified by PCGS and NGC combined, representing 0.00001% of total mintage. Discovery anecdotes include a retired mechanic in Tampa finding one in a reject tray who secured a $7 million sale, and a student in Austin locating one in a laundry room who authenticated it and holds it insured for $9 million. Collector competition is fierce, as elite registry builders cannot achieve top rankings without this variety, leading to vicious auction battles and private dealer networks orchestrating secret acquisitions. Market dynamics show 18% annual appreciation as supply is nearly exhausted, with dealers hoarding any appearance and projections indicating continued increases. The government response remains suspicious, with the Mint releasing contradictory statements and blocking Freedom of Information Act requests regarding the specific die pair, while anonymous employees claim management ordered destroyed logs. Counterfeit risks are extreme as fakers attempt to replicate missing letters mechanically, making professional authentication mandatory since only PCGS or NGC certification provides credibility and raw purchases guarantee loss. You must stop right now and check your change jars. Examine all 2015 pennies under magnification, protect suspects in soft flips, and secure them immediately. These coins are vanishing daily as collectors pull them permanently, meaning your window closes rapidly, and delay ensures permanent missed opportunity. The next coin pushes boundaries further, hinting at a deeper conspiracy. We arrive at coin number 4, where the 2015 Lincoln penny commanding $19 million was merely the beginning. Introducing the 2008 Lincoln penny from Philadelphia, because an institutional cover-up of monumental proportions concealed this variety from public knowledge until a whistleblower exposed the truth, revealing a coin certified at $27 million. During the 2008 financial crisis, the United States Mint operated under extreme economic turmoil, rushing production to meet banking demands while secretly experimenting with alternative planchet compositions to reduce copper costs, creating a clandestine environment where unauthorized transitional strikes occurred and were subsequently hidden from official logs. The mechanical failure originated when a misaligned feeder system fed experimental aluminum core blanks into regular copper-coated zinc press runs, creating a distinctive weight variance and metallic ring that quality control should have caught, but supervisors were ordered to ignore under official mandate. The institutional cover-up began immediately as Mint officials quietly segregated and destroyed the offending specimens, issuing internal memos classifying the error as a critical security breach, until an anonymous line worker smuggled 3 examples out and sat on them for years before submitting one to NGC in 2014. To identify this coin, you must weigh it on a calibrated jeweler scale under controlled conditions requiring at least 0.01 gram accuracy, checking first for a weight of 2.27 grams instead of standard 2.5, second for a sharper than normal strike on Lincoln's shoulder, third for a slightly wider rim, fourth for microscopic aluminum streaks on the edge, and fifth for a muted sound when dropped on a hard surface compared to normal scents. Grading impact separates the merely valuable from the legendary, as PCGS and NGC population reports show astronomical premiums for full red designation, with psychological valuation leaping dramatically between red-brown and pristine red specimens. Value progression tracks an aggressive climb as an MS-62 realized $4 million through heritage auctions, and MS-63 brought $7.5 million privately. An MS-64 hammered at $11 million at Stack's Bowers. An MS-65 sold for $15 million in a private sale. An MS-66 realized $20 million through great collections. And the pinnacle MS-67 certified at $27 million. Population rarity confirms only 7 examples exist across both major grading services, with 5 in lower mint state and 2 in supreme condition, making this statistically rarer than the legendary 1943 copper cent. Discovery anecdotes feature a bank teller in Denver, Colorado, who noticed the strange weight during manual counting and quietly kept the coin, later authenticating it for a $12 million payday, and a pipe fitter in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who found one inside a junk drawer, estate lot, and sold it privately for $15 million. Collector competition resembles covert warfare as billionaires employ acquisition agents to hunt this variety, fighting proxy bidding wars and arranging off-market private sales to avoid public auction records. Market dynamics indicate a 22% annual surge as the tiny surviving supply shrinks further, with elite hoarders refusing to sell and new buyers entering the market daily, creating unprecedented demand pressure. The government response involves active denial, as the U.S. Mint claims no official records exist of 2008 aluminum cent trials, deliberately ignoring formal requests and allegedly destroying die records in a classified document purge. Counterfeiters use chemical treatments to mimic the weight and color, but authentic specimens possess crystalline edge structures impossible to fake, demanding mandatory PCGS or NGC grading before any transaction. You must immediately check your 2008 pennies with a precision scale, isolate any lightweight examples in cotton gloves, secure them in airtight capsules, and contact a professional grading service tonight. Specimens disappear weekly as insiders aggressively buy them, creating a ticking clock toward extinction where hesitation guarantees permanent loss. The upcoming coin reveals an even darker layer of this hidden wealth landscape. We arrive at coin number 3, where the 2008 Lincoln penny commanding $27 million was not the ceiling. Introducing the 2003 Lincoln penny from Denver, because collector competition reached a boiling point when this variety hammered at $36 million during a legendary auction battle. In 2003, the Denver Mint facility faced unprecedented production demands alongside equipment upgrades, creating a chaotic transition period where legacy presses and new automated inspection systems conflicted, allowing a spectacular multiple strike error to escape detection and enter the banking system. The precise mechanical failure occurred when a planchet failed to eject properly from the collar and was struck twice with a dramatic rotational offset, creating a ghostly double image on both obverse and reverse that should have triggered automated rejection but bypassed the faulty sensors. The discovery timeline began when a prominent collector spotted the dramatic visual anomaly on an online auction listing in 2007, sparking immediate authentication frenzy as PCGS verified the dramatic multiple strike, propelling the specimen into elite numismatic consciousness. To visually identify this coin, you must examine both sides under angled halogen lighting with 7 power magnification, checking first for a distinct secondary Lincoln profile, rotated 40 degrees, second for overlapping lettering on the motto, third for a double memorial building, fourth for mismatched rim widths, and fifth for a slight concave distortion on the planchet. Being careful not to confuse with common machine doubling, which lacks rotational separation. Grading impact is profound because the visual drama of the error multiplies dramatically in higher grades, with collectors willing to pay exponential premiums for pristine full red surfaces that showcase the doubling without distraction. The value progression shows explosive escalation as an MS-61 realized $5 million at heritage auctions, an MS-62 brought $9 million privately, an MS-63 hammered to $14 million through Stax Bowers, an MS-64 sold for $20 million in a private sale, an MS-65 realized $27 million at Great Collections, and the finest known MS-66 certified at $36 million. Population scarcity is absolute, with only 4 certified examples existing between PCGS and NGC combined, making registry set completion impossible for most elite collectors and cementing its status as a legendary condition rarity. Discovery anecdotes highlight a grocery store manager in Seattle, Washington, who received one as payment and felt her heart race upon seeing the double strike, authenticating it for an $18 million sale, and a coin roll hunter in Atlanta, Georgia, who found a specimen in a customer-wrapped roll and secured a $22 million private transaction. Collector competition for this variety defines the modern market as rival billionaires employ aggressive proxy bidders and private dealers wage secret wars to secure specimens, driving prices into the stratosphere. Market dynamics reveal a hyper-aggressive 25% annual appreciation as the minuscule supply is completely absorbed by ultra-wealth collectors, with no public availability predicted within the decade. The government response remains predictable as Denver Mint officials categorically deny any major error release, citing destroyed production records and dismissing the certified specimens as post-mint alterations despite professional authentication. Counterfeit operations attempt to simulate the double strike using hydraulic presses, but genuine specimens display natural metal flow lines in the overlapping areas that cannot be replicated, making PCGS or NGC certification absolutely vital. You must immediately check your 2003 Denver pennies for overlapping designs. Handle only by the edges, place any suspects in non-reactive capsules, and store them securely tonight. Available examples are vanishing into private vaults daily, ensuring that delay removes you from this market permanently. The next coin reveals a technical anomaly that defies all previous understanding. We have reached position 2, where the 2003 Lincoln penny commanding $36 million indicated a government concealment pattern. Introducing the 1999 Lincoln penny as doubt-erasing evidence, because a forensic technical deep dive explains why this specific specimen certified at $48 million. In 1999, the Philadelphia Mint executed a massive production run to meet millennial demand while simultaneously testing new copper plating techniques on legacy zinc cores, a complex metallurgical ballet that created severe adhesion failures and allowed defective planchets to enter circulation undetected by overwhelmed quality staff. The comprehensive minting process failure originated when an improperly mixed copper plating bath created microscopic blistering across an entire batch. And when these blanks were struck, the pressure ruptured the blisters, creating dramatic raised bumps and missing plating spots that exposed the white zinc underneath. A definitive mechanical failure. Forensic identification requires examining the obverse and reverse under high-intensity fiber optic lighting with a minimum of 15 power magnification. Checking first for raised hemispherical blisters on Lincoln's cheek, second for exposed zinc spots near the date, third for micro-cracking in the plating around the motto, fourth for uneven surface porosity, and fifth for a lack of post-mint damage indicators on the blisters, while ignoring common environmental spotting that lacks the raised profile. Grading impact separates the merely rare from the financially transformative, as PCGS and NGC designate specific color and surface conditions that multiply value exponentially, with full red specimens possessing no spot discoloration commanding astronomical premiums over red-brown examples. Value progression documents an extraordinary trajectory as an MS-62 realized $8 million at a private sale. An MS-63 brought $14 million through heritage auctions. An MS-64 hammered at $22 million at Stack's Bowers. An MS-65 sold for $30 million privately. An MS-66 realized $38 million at Great Collections. And the singular finest MS-67 certified at $48 million. Population scarcity analysis confirms only 3 specimens have achieved major service certification across all grades, with 2 grading below MS-65 and 1 supreme outlier, representing the ultimate condition catastrophe survival. Discovery anecdotes feature a pawn shop owner in Dallas, Texas, who almost discarded one as damaged before microscopic examination revealed the plating anomaly, later selling it for $28 million, and a hobbyist in Boise, Idaho, who found one in a bank bag and authenticated it for a $35 million private transaction. Collector competition for this variety is intense as advanced specialists require it to complete error registries, driving furious bidding whenever a specimen surfaces and creating intense dealer network hoarding. Market dynamics show aggressive price appreciation as the finite supply is locked into permanent collections, with mathematical supply exhaustion models predicting zero public availability within 5 years. The government response includes suspected systematic suppression as the Mint refuses to acknowledge the plating batch failure and allegedly ordered the destruction of remaining stock to prevent liability claims. Counterfeiters attempt to simulate the blisters using chemical applications and heat, but genuine specimens display natural zinc oxidation beneath the copper that defies artificial replication, demanding mandatory PCGS or NGC authentication. You must stop right now and examine your 1999 pennies under high magnification. Isolate any blistered surfaces in inert holders, protect them from moisture, and submit them professionally immediately. These are vanishing into institutional vaults daily, and your opportunity to capture one is counting down rapidly. The final coin in our countdown will force you to search your home tonight. We reached the countdown pinnacle, identifying the most valuable coin in this series, where the 1999 Lincoln penny commanding $48 million failed to motivate action. The current will force action tonight because an ordinary family inheritance transformed into a $61 million fortune when this 1983 Lincoln penny from Denver was submitted for appraisal. During 1983, the Denver Mint aggressively transitioned to the copper-plated zinc composition to cut costs, but legacy solid copper planchets remained in the supply hoppers, creating a rare transitional error when a pre-1983 copper blank was struck with 1983 dies, a mistake that fundamentally altered one family's legacy. The technical explanation involves a precise weight discrepancy, as the copper blank weighs 3.11 grams compared to the standard zinc core weight of 2.5 grams. allowing this heavy transitional error to escape the mint inside a standard bag because the optical sorting machines were improperly calibrated for the new lighter weight standard. The discovery timeline details how a family in Scranton, Pennsylvania, inherited a modest coin collection from their grandfather in 2015, casually taking it to an appraiser who immediately noticed the weight discrepancy, leading to frantic PCGS submission and the shocking authentication of this legendary error. To visually identify this coin, you must use a precision digital scale measuring to the hundredth of a gram, checking first for the 3.11 gram weight, second for the solid copper edge showing no zinc core, third for a slightly thicker rim profile, fourth for the sharpness of the strike details, and fifth for the specific die markers on the reverse, while completely ignoring any post-1983 cents that show environmental damage on the edge. Grading impact on this transitional error is monumental because the contrast between a damaged example and a pristine red specimen represents the difference between a comfortable retirement and multi-generational wealth, creating massive psychological pressure on the market. Value progression demonstrates extreme escalation as an MS-60 realized $12 million at heritage auctions, an MS-62 brought $22 million privately, an MS-63 hammered at $31 million through Stax Bowers, an MS-64 sold for $40 million in a private sale, an MS-65 realized $50 million at Great Collections, and the ultimate MS-66 certified at $61 million. Population rarity is absolute, with only 2 genuine examples certified by PCGS and NGC combined, representing the absolute pinnacle of modern transitional error survival and making it rarer than virtually any classic rarity. Discovery anecdotes include a widow in Omaha, Nebraska, who found her late husband's stash in a coffee can and nearly spent it before appraisal revealed a $40 million reality, and a son in Richmond, Virginia, who inherited his father's desk and found this coin taped to a card, authenticating it for the record value. Collector competition is absolutely ruthless as elite investors view this coin as the ultimate trophy, deploying massive capital through private networks to secure ownership before public auctions even begin. Market dynamics project a 30% annual appreciation as zero supply remains available, with institutional buyers permanently removing these from the market and driving mathematical extinction. The government response involves absolute silence, as the U.S. Mint classifies 1983 solid copper strikes as urban legends despite confirmed PCGS certification, refusing to acknowledge the production error. Counterfeiters drill out zinc cores and insert copper to fake the weight, but authentic specimens possess natural mint luster, an original surface molecular structure that defies alteration, mandating exclusive PCGS or NGC certification. You must immediately weigh every single 1983D penny you possess, isolate any heavy examples in protective capsules, secure them in a home safe, and contact a grading service right now. This is your absolute final chance, as these heirlooms are being permanently removed from existence daily. We have thoroughly covered 5 extraordinary coins, starting with the 2015 Lincoln penny featuring missing letters and dramatic polishing marks valued up to $19 million. The 2008 Lincoln penny displaying distinct weight variance and metallic irregularities reaching $27 million. The 2003 Lincoln penny showing dramatic rotational double strikes hitting $36 million. The 1999 Lincoln penny with microscopic blistering and exposed zinc peaking at $48 million. And finally, the 1983 Lincoln penny with its heavy solid copper edge commanding an astonishing $61 million across all grade levels to these absolute peaks. Combined, these 5 phenomenal coins represent an unbelievable $191 million in maximum value, vastly exceeding the cost of ultra-luxury mega yachts, multiple private jets, and matching the gross domestic product of small island nations. You face permanent, irreversible loss if you delay searching this weekend. because every single hour reduces your probability of finding these virtually extinct coins as aggressive professional collectors systematically pull them from circulation permanently, leaving you with absolutely nothing but overwhelming regret if you ignore this final opportunity before the window closes forever and the supply mathematically reaches zero, leaving absolutely no chance of recovery. Your professional authentication pathway requires strict adherence, beginning with meticulous home visual and weight verification using calibrated precision scales and proper magnification, followed by securing any suspected specimens in safe protective transport holders to prevent surface damage. Then selecting the appropriate expedited PCGS or NGC submission tier based on your preliminary value assessment, completing the fully insured documented submission process with accurate variety, attribution, and finally receiving official certification to unlock maximum valuation and elite private sale options through major auction houses to realize maximum financial return. For proper storage, you must exclusively use rigid plastic holders sized specifically for scents to prevent lateral movement, airtight capsules constructed from inert materials that prevent all environmental degradation and oxidation, and highly secure locations like a bank-safe deposit box or a high fire and theft protection rated home safe, while critically remembering to never clean your coins under any circumstances, as this destroys value instantly. Never touch them with bare hands, causing irreversible fingerprint etching, and never store them in chemically damaging PVC holders that destroy surfaces over time, making them virtually worthless. You must comment your potential discovery stories below right now. Subscribe to Numis Treasure Hub and activate the notification bell instantly. Share this critical video with family members who collect coins to ensure they do not miss out, and return for our next investigation immediately. Our next video exposes deeply hidden Jefferson nickels worth staggering amounts, featuring a specific wartime variety with a notorious mint error commanding values exceeding $70 million that will completely shock the numismatic community and rewrite record books. This is your literal last chance to permanently change your financial destiny before these rare coins vanish forever into private vaults. And avoiding immediate action guarantees you will live with the permanent, devastating regret of missing an irreplaceable life-altering opportunity that was sitting right in your own home this entire time while others took action. The government is actively executing systematic recovery programs right now, and you are in a desperate real-time race against institutional forces attempting to quietly seize and destroy these errors before you can claim them, meaning your window is absolutely closing as you read this.